Always difficult when you lose a player that gets goals northeast of Sindh. That, of course, with Aladdin Ajare not featuring this season. That's swung in by Kevin Yoke again. Too much on it for Ebin Das once again, and another goal kick cheaply given away. Ashley Westwood is a little bit calmer at the moment, but he knows there's plenty of time to go, but he needs to see something positive from his side.
I think he surely does, but at the same time, Mark, it's important that Kerala Blasters keep pushing and pinning down this BFC side, because as things stand, as the clock keeps ticking down as well, BFC will maybe try to sit down in their own half and just see this game out. Kerala Blasters are the one with the man advantage who need this win.
That's gone for a corner. Sunil Chetri scored a hat-trick when these sides met here last season in a 4-2 win. Ryan Williams got the other one. Pereira Diaz and Edgar Mendes with a couple getting the goals down in Kochi in a 3-1 win. Vibin with the corner. Headed away again. May have been Raul Becker that time. Benarif. Oh! Took a deflection which completely wrong-footed Gurpreet, but it's gone the wrong way. Just gone over the top. Another corner.
Pressure mounting from Kerala Blasters. They will hope that a goal comes out of it at the end of it.
Vibin again with the corner. Oh, flick at the near post from Freddie. That's another corner. Pressure still on from the Blasters, but they need that bit of quality. Good challenge again by Suresh Wangcham. Siroj. Away by Suresh. Straight into Ashik, who eventually helps the ball on its way towards Sunil Chetri. Bikash with a header. Just lacking that little bit of quality on the delivery at the moment. Certainly from those set pieces, the Kerala Blasters. Forward by Falu. Ebin Das. Bengaluru travel to East Bengal next before taking on Mumbai City. Nikhil Pujari with the throw. Looking fairly untroubled at the moment, Bengaluru, it has to be said, since that sending off. Just that one real run in the first half from Kevin Yoke, which caused a few problems. Ebin Das. It's over everybody again. Pujari's header straight to Freddie. Won back by Ashik, though, did well. Falu went diving in with a challenge. Fortunately didn't make contact with Ashik. Roshan with the throw. Long ball again, straight to Falu, poor touch. So Sunil Chetri spinning around, he's got a Ashik up with him over on that far side. Suresh. Now Ashik, Chetri racing through the middle. Ashik back inside, gets the shot in, and Ashik pushes it behind for a corner. Good play from Ashik. Swapped sides with Ryan Williams and forcing the goalkeeper into a good save.
Pressure mounting from Bengaluru again. Ashik this time on the right, cutting in towards his left foot, trying to call that effort. A slight deflection also coming in from Kerala Blasters. take nothing away from us, taking no risks, just palming it away towards the corner. And it all started with Falu trying to control that ball and just setting it up for Sunil Chetri to move that ball forward into an attacking area for Bengaluru FC.
Roshan with the corner, in swinger once again, Raul Beke forward, holding off Danish Farouk, away by Freddie. Siraj, ball bobbling around on the edge of the area. Ryan Williams went in hard with the challenge. The ball eventually comes free and goes all the way back to Gurpreet. Falu's goal, or own goal, sorry, 27 minutes. Is the difference between these two teams at the moment. Bengaluru have only scored 4 goals in the second half. They've been much more prolific in the first half of games, managing to get themselves in front.
I think as much as Sunil is speaking about, personally he wants to get fitter and make sure he can complete 90 minutes, the scoring ability also from BFC. As you mentioned, only 4 have been scored in the first half, which speaks volumes of the fact that maybe even BFC need to get up to fitness levels and make sure that they can complete 90 minutes rather than, as they say, seeing out games.
That shows how good defensively Bengaluru have been as well, because only Mohun Bagan have conceded fewer goals this season. East Bengal were also on 4 until they conceded 1 against Chennai in earlier, but did go on to win that game.
Kerala Blasters.
Bertamu, Ebindas, Benarif. There's space here for Vivi. Quickly closed down by Oshiko. Still the pressure on for the Blasters. Kevin Yoke. Vivin. Vivin again. They just can't find the space to get those crosses in. Danish. Well, speculative from that sort of range.
Doesn't make sense, Mark. They needed to be just patient enough to rotate that ball, come out the other way, move defenders in and around the BFC box. Danish opting for that shot, just relieving all the pressure off of BFC.
Falu's header. Looks as though Sunil Chetri will be going off in a moment. Monirul Molla is preparing to come on. Here's Bikash. Freddie. Danish Farouk having a lot of possession in the second half. Kerala Blasters, but they're not really hurting Bengaluru at the moment. Ebindas, good defending again by Roshan, didn't dive in, blocked when he needed to block, concedes the corner, but good defending again.
Pressure piling up from Kerala Blasters. They've been knocking on that door for a while now against BFC. They need to find a way to unlock that defense from BFC. As you said, they've conceded the least number of goals, or one of the teams with the least number of goals conceded. All of that pressure now has to turn into goals.
Another Kerala corner, taken short this time. Vivin with the ball in. Falu just popped up, wrong side of the post. Bengaluru claiming there should be a handball. He's claiming that should be a corner. I think Pratik Mondal's given a goal kick. And they've taken it long. Falu's out of position here. Shahif just watching that one drop over his shoulder. Ashik trying to pick out Sunil Chetri, but the white shirts managed to get back. There's Benarif. Game just starting to open up a little bit more now as we approach the hour mark. Vibin, lovely ball forward to Ebin Das. Only Bertamu in the middle. Did well to get it across, but Gurpreet plucks the ball out of the air. Kevin Yoke was arriving at the back as well. Good take by the goalkeeper, but game moving swiftly from end to end without any real clear-cut chances.
Could be a mix of both tired legs and also just options opening up for both these teams now. Maybe PFC beginning to feel the pressure.
Bindas, Bertimo! The Blasters are level!
Suspension, Victor Bertimo! Against the first goal of actually was the rain of the Blasters. It levels things up against Bengaluru, and the advantage has finally
প্রচুর অ্যাটাক করছে এই মুহূর্তে কেরালা। বেঙ্গালুরু মাটিতে বেঙ্গালুরুকে হারিয়ে কি পয়েন্ট নিতে পারবে? কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স এক গোল দিল, বেঙ্গালুরু আগেই এক গোল দিয়েছিল
coming on top, victorious, great first touch, and then slots it past Gurpreet on the second to get Kerala Blasters the equalizer. Cool, calm, composed and finish coming in from the Spaniard with all his wealth of experience, gets his second goal of the season. And such a sigh of relief for Ashley Westwood and Kerala Blasters. They've been knocking at that door. It's finally been unlocked by Victor. And all at level terms with a man advantage now. They have to find a way to make sure that disadvantage and equalizer leads to the second if they can find it. Sharpshooter again on target. Lovely finish.
1-1 Kerala Blasters 1
Again, you just wonder
Bengaluru FC 1
if he hadn't been suspended.
প্রচুর অ্যাটাক হচ্ছে কিন্তু কেরালা কিন্তু চেপে বসছে কারণ বেঙ্গালুরু এই মুহূর্তে 10 জনে খেলছে। এবার একটা অ্যাটাক
their home record last season was excellent when they lost to probably surprising opposition. No disrespect to Mohammedan, but Mohammedan came here and won 1-0. Struggling down at the foot of the table last season, of course, as well. Bengaluru about to be undone by another team that's at the wrong end of the Indian Super League table. Ryan Williams trying to slip that through. They have made the change now, by the way. Sunil Chetri's gone off and Monirul Molla has come on.
I think that probably means that Monirul will play that free role or fluid role with Ryan Williams, who will look to change wings whenever possible. Monirul Molla at the moment looking to play down the middle, and I'm sure that will change as the clock ticks down.
Munoz just telling his team to
calm down তাড়াহুড়ো করো না কারণ তাদের তো 10 জনে খেলছে তারা।
this season. One less goal have been conceded here as well. They haven't conceded a goal away from home yet.
হাঁটতে হবে বেঙ্গালুরুকে
towards Monirul, who's conceding a bit of a height advantage to Fallow and Dai.
Just a little.
I think keeping the ball on the deck is the way forward.
Unless he's got a massive leap on him, I think, Mark, that's the right way to play.
Ebin Das. Roshan did well again, and then just uses his upper body strength to hold off Ebin Das and shepherd that behind us. Bengaluru just look to settle down and regroup. We're down to 10 men before half time, don't forget, with Brian Sanchez is sending off.
অতিক্রান্ত 1-1 Bengaluru FC 1
Kerala Blasters last week came in the penultimate game of last season when they beat Mumbai by a goal to 0. It was a single Kwame Pepper goal. Moni, he's a long way from goal. Flag stayed down. Kerala were convinced he was offside, but a little bit of a rush of blood there from the 20-year-old.
I think also somewhere he believed that he was going to be flagged offside, just wanted to get that shot off before. But the whistle wasn't blown, and maybe he had more time than he thought he did.
Bengaluru won the first ever meeting between these two sides once they moved into the ISL. Sunil Chetri, not surprisingly, on the score sheet, and Niku got a couple of goals in that game as well. Here's Vibin, headed away by Sana Singh. Kerala's consolation goal on that day was scored by Courage Peckerson. There's a name from the past. Corner taken quickly. Well played by Suresh, who was alive. He was the only one moving really towards that ball.
Great awareness from Suresh to just cut that attack completely out. Big opportunity.
Always going to be difficult with 10 men, of course, for Bengaluru.
Kerala Blasters 2, Blasters 2, Bengaluru FC 1. आज के बेंगलुरु एफसी 1 आज के बेंगलुरु एफसी हाट छे
YouTube clip of him playing through
Real Madrid's academy, where he ghosted past about 3.
YouTube clip of him playing through
Real Madrid's academy, where he ghosted past about 3 players before scoring a brilliant goal. And sometimes these players are scoring a brilliant goal. And sometimes these players go off the radar a little bit. He played mainly in the lower leagues before moving to Cyprus. Here he is again, just holding off the challenge of Fanai. The referee's going to pull that back as well, and getting the applause from the Blasters bench. Well, Ben Arif might need some treatment. Well, it's been a tough season, hasn't it, for the Blasters faithful, but is this the moment they get their first win of the season?
What a place to do it, what a moment to do it, especially for Ashley Westwood coming in as the coach this season for Kerala Blasters. We'll hope that this is the moment that he gets his first win in the ISL as well.
Yeah, had that short spell in caretaker charge we mentioned earlier on at ATK. Didn't manage to get the win there. Is this the moment? Is this the moment Kerala Blasters season turns? Obviously there's not many games to go, so all they can hope for is to pick up as many points as they can in the games that remain this season. Obviously there's nothing decided beyond the end of the campaign, but maybe Ashley Westwood is the man to lead the Kerala Blasters forward for next season and maybe beyond. Offside money. A little bit lazy there from the substitute. All stepped up in unison, and Danish Farouk adding that experience at the back now to marshal that Kerala Blasters back line.
Hopefully if Ben Arif is okay, he comes back onto the pitch rather quickly, or Ashley Westwood has to make another quick change to make sure all 11 for his side are present on the pitch.
Here's Freddie. Falazier. Ebin Das. Falazier getting himself involved, slipping that one through to Ben Arif, but too much on it, goes through to Gurpreet.
Definitely has the vision to find that key pass, and maybe he's been the missing link in this Kerala Blasters attack, Mark. You can already see him trying to find those little pockets of space, trying to dictate play in the middle of the park.
Well, Gurpreet barged over by Ajzal, showing no respect for the senior goalkeeper. No foul though.
Completely fair. When to get the ball, the referee is in the middle. If he thinks it's a foul, the whistle will be blown, and the ball's 50-50 still on Gurpreet's feet right before Ajzal could get to it, kicks it away. So fair tackle. Always good to see a striker going into a goalkeeper. Sometimes not the best of friends, but sometimes very good friends, just like me and Gurpreet though.
Yeah, that's the kind of play that Ashley Westwood will want to see from his players as well, just stepping those effort levels up and not giving up on balls as well. First game tomorrow, double header for you tomorrow. It's Intakashi against Mohammedan. This will leave Mohammedan still obviously on 0 points, but they would be 4 points behind the Blasters. And then Mohammedan looking to get themselves back up to challenge Mumbai at the top, taking on Punjab, who will be no easy task under Panos Diomperis this season again. Falazier's gone down, and that's a heavy challenge. The yellow card is out, and Bengaluru just diving in a little. Or is he going to get a yellow card for diving? Well, he is going to get a yellow card for diving. That's a strange decision from Pratik Mondal. He can't quite believe it.
Francisco definitely trying to make the most out of that. Fanai winning that ball.
Williams trying to get that one across, blocked again. Roshan. Ashik at the back, Shahif with a header. Kevin Yoke. Nice play again, Benarif. Ebin Das. Once again, it's been a good second half from the Kerala Blasters. Benarif. Freddie. Ebin Das, who was a little bit lazy trying to slip that one past Roshan. Peter Hartley, who arrived just a couple of days ago.
Ebin Das, who has that ability, Mark, to find that little pocket of space, pass in him, sometimes just does get that bit of casual just to play that pass, but that's something that the youngster maybe needs to improve on, making sure that he can stay focused throughout the 90 minutes.
Shahif. Well, he's had a good game tonight, Shahif. Obviously filling in for the suspended Ivan Doling. And sometimes you just need that little bit of a break to get into the side. I wonder whether Ashley Westwood will stick with Shahif for the next match. So they play again on Wednesday. His first game at home to North East United. And as we were saying earlier, there's been a lot of talk on social media about the fans and just voting with their feet, really. But you almost feel, get right behind the team, especially if they do go on to win this. Get that atmosphere that we so know Kochi can be famous for.
I think maybe it's just that one win that's needed, Mark. You're absolutely right. But it'll also help the team just get together, get that momentum going for each other and the season. Obviously making it towards the top of the table will not be an easy task, or will not be possible at all, but at the same time it's also about just gaining that momentum and then have the club decide as well how they would like to continue, because we've been speaking all this while about, can Ashley Westwood be that man that, you know, changes the fortunes for this Kerala side. Apart from this season, we also have to remember they have no titles to show for all the efforts that the club's been putting over the years.
Well, Ashley Westwood, I think he's going to be spoken to by Pratik Mondal, and he's going to get a yellow card, is he? Yes, he is going to get a yellow card. Once again, the Blasters, a little bit of disbelief. Bengaluru did make a change, by the way. Kelvin has come on for his first appearance of the season, just a second in the Indian Super League. Nikhil Pujari's gone off. That's just too far ahead of Kelvin. Stunned silence from the West Block Blues, who'd been in good voice up to that second Kerala goal. Well, Pep Munoz's first game in charge not going to plan. Shahif with a throw. 2.5 minutes plus stoppages to go. Ralbeka.
87 মিনিট হয়ে গেছে, কেরালা 2-1 করে জিতছে।
Acrobatic in trying to keep that one in play.
Beyond acceptance that it's between the two new coaches in the league, trying to get the better of each other, trying to have the most positive start, but at the moment the positive effect has come from Ashley Westwood and his side.
And as I said earlier, back to his old stomping ground where he once won titles, and now back with Kerala Blasters, trying to change their fortunes around as well.
You know, sometimes when you're on a bad run like this, you've played the game. We spoke about this, you know, a couple of games ago.
Is that one win to raise the spirits,
88
not
মিনিট
just
কেরালা
among the players and the
ব্লাস্টার্স
staff, but the fans
2
and the whole
বেঙ্গালুরু
club.
এফসি 1
Just gets that little bit of a positive vibe from ending a dismal run and getting that first win on the board.
And I think that's what we spoke about, Mark, that
Ryan
we
Williams
always
attack
have these
যাচ্ছে
conversations.
ডিফেন্স
That could have gone anywhere.
Well played by that Shurit.
যে কোনো মূল্যে 3 পয়েন্ট চাই আজকে কেরালার
Over the crossbar. Wonder with that cutback or a shot, just dragging that, luckily just going towards Danish, who cleared it, but over his crossbar. But now in the last of the 90 minutes, an opportunity for BFC to find an equalizer. Kerala Blasters and Ashley Westwood would
Awkwardly for him, still manages to guide it onto Axel. That's a lovely ball into the path of Bengaluru.
বেনরিফ অ্যাটাকে যাচ্ছে আবার কেরালা
Roshan's done well
করলো
again.
বলটা ওদের হাত
His
পায়ে
body in
দিয়ে
the way,
চলে
his
গেল
body in between man and ball, and Suresh in with another typical challenge. Evan Das feeling the force of that one.
trying to be clever enough against Pratik Mondal as well to on the side of free kick.
Freddie's about to
এগুলো জানি একটু
make
একটু
way. Roland Borges is
Tommy
going
added
to
time.
come on 6 minutes added time. Saw one brilliant tackle from
Borges
Roland
to now
Borges in the
Rowling
game
Borges.
against Delhi last Sunday. That's the kind of
কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স
defensive
আরেকজন প্লেয়ারকে নামাচ্ছে
stability
চেঞ্জ
that they
হচ্ছে
need now for the final moments. Freddie may just have picked up a knock, but he's done his job tonight, played his part in that central area.
ফ্রেডিকে তুলে নেওয়া হলো তার জায়গায় রাউলিং
Freddie just trying
বলছে
to wind the clock down, but Borges will come on and want to wind the clock back a couple of years and show what he's all about in the middle of the park. Will want to control proceedings in and in time. 33-year-old also played for the national team. He'll hope that he can make sure all doors are closed and Kerala Blasters can get their first win of the season.
Offside flag's gone up. Well, it took the Kerala Blasters until the 8th game of the season, back in the first bubble season when they beat Hyderabad. That's the longest they've gone at the start of a season without a win. It looks as though they're going to
91 মিনিট
equal
2-1
that by
আর মাত্র
getting
5
the win
মিনিট
here,
বাকি
unless Bengaluru can come up with something in
বেঙ্গালুরু
stoppage time.
2-1 গোলে হারছে
Lost already at
কেরালা
home this
ব্লাস্টার্স
season to
তাদের
Punjab.
প্রথম জয়টা
Only lost 3 home
তুলে
games
নিতে
in the whole of
মরিয়া
last season.
অ্যাশলে ওয়েস্টউড
Bengaluru
কোচ তিনি নতুন জয়েন
not
করেছেন
a happy start
বেশি
for
দিন হয়নি
Munoz. Away again, just hammered away by Danish Farouk. Anywhere will do now. Sana Singh, everybody bar one back in the Kerala Blasters half. Roshan, good ball.
Again,
4
not
মিনিট বাকি অ্যাডেড টাইমের
corner.
কর্নার পেয়েছে রায়ান উইলিয়ামস কর্নার করছেন
Williams corner.
ও এখনো বল আছে brilliant save, brilliant.
He got a header on it, and the goalkeeper, who was just slightly out of position, managed to get a hand on it, and Kerala get the ball clear.
How about Ryan
Still
Williams?
alive though. Williams straight into Roland Borges. Palazier. Now Russia.
এখনো ডেঞ্জার জোনে আছে।
Again, Benarif's header sends the ball high in the air, away by Danish.
ওরে বাপরে, কি প্রেসার। আবার
Williams. Pressure from Bengaluru. Hammered away again by Bengaluru.
চল চল ভাই চল।
Whistle's gone though.
ওহো,
Seemed to be a strong challenge between the two of them, but Axel's been penalised.
3 মিনিট বাকি। দারুণ সেভ করলো ওদের গোলকিপার।
Ashik getting something on it, and then Vikas clearing the lines. Maybe saw the ball very late. At the other end, Ansal also
জয় পেতেন
going
মরিয়া।
against him for a foul.
কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্সের গোলকিপারের
See the
বোধহয়
replay again on that
চোট
back.
লেগেছে সামান্য, পায়ে ক্র্যাম্প আসছে।
Didn't seem like a foul from both of them. Just fairly trying to win the ball off of each other.
94 মিনিট। কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স
Shaker's gone down
জয়ের একেবারে
with a bit of cramp.
দোরগোড়ায় দাঁড়িয়ে রয়েছে। আইএসএল এর প্রথম জয়টা কি কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স তুলে নিতে পারবে?
Goalkeeper's getting
10
cramp
জনে
when
খেলছে
you stand on
বেঙ্গালুরু,
that.
10 জনের বেঙ্গালুরুতে কিন্তু পেয়ে একেবারে
I think I can stand on it. Clearly, Ash has to also line up.
হারাতে
Sure he
মরিয়া।
can stretch his leg.
কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স আসলে ওয়েস্টউড তিনি নিজেও ইয়েলো কার্ড দেখেছেন। দুটো টিমেরই কোচে বদল ঘটেছে সদ্যই।
No, but I actually think it's just
কাজটা
to wind
কঠিন।
down the clock.
এরকম শর্ট ফর্মের আইএসএল এ মাঝপথে দায়িত্ব নেওয়া।
As a goalkeeper, but as they say in football, keepers are a different breed.
There's the man who's
গুরপ্রীত
gone.
সিং সান্ধু
He's
তিনি
giving the
ফাউল
Blasters
করবেন।
3 points at the moment.
একেবারে
Still not
মাঝ মাঠে
guaranteed as
চলে
yet.
এসছেন।
Axel will need to move back a little bit for Lazier. Just minutes after coming on. Picked up a yellow card as well. It's been an eventful debut for him. Nudge from Ryan Williams there on Evan Das.
Ryan Williams
Takes the topple. Ryan Williams riding the challenge. And another one. Looking to take on Benarif. They completely missed it.
প্রচন্ড প্রেসার করছে এই মুহূর্তে বেঙ্গালুরু এফসি। এই 1-2 মিনিট কিন্তু অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্সের কাছে।
Kelvin. Still the pressure from Bengaluru.
হ্যান্ডবল, হাত লাগিয়ে দিলেন। কি করছেন?
Free kick this.
ফ্রি কিক বক্সের একদম
Could be the last chance for
উপর থেকে।
Bengaluru.
He's trying to come in. It's close to his body. Not close enough to be Kondo's liking. Another set piece opportunity for Kerala Blasters.
সম্ভবত এটাই শেষ অ্যাটাক হতে চলেছে বেঙ্গালুরু।
It's like 4 men on the wall. Don't need so many.
বক্সের ভেতরে রেখেছেন,
By Russia.
বাইরে চলে গেছে।
Williams was arriving, but just out of reach. You could just see.
ডেঞ্জার জোন থেকে বেরিয়ে গেছে বল বাইরে। গোল
That
কিক
was the instruction from the sidelines. Those Kerala
ঘড়ি
fans in the
দেখছে রাস্তায়
background.
ওয়েস্টউড। টাইম কিন্তু হয়ে গেছে,
Well,
কিন্তু
I
রেফারি
wonder what their feelings were coming into
এখনো
this
শেষ
game.
বাঁশি
Bengaluru
বাজাননি।
doing so well.
খুব সম্ভবত এই গোল কিকের পরে শেষ বাঁশিটা বাজাবেন
But there will be a little bit of extra for that.
রেফারি প্রতীক মণ্ডল।
Shake a moment or so
96
ago.
মিনিট প্লাস খেলা কিন্তু চলছে এখনো।
Waited long for this moment. It's just got out of play.
এখনো শেষ
Still
হয়নি।
Ashley Westwood, who was yellow carded earlier.
বেঙ্গালুরু আবার অ্যাটাকে।
Balu gets up above Moniro, but unfairly, says the referee, and this is it. This really is it for Bengaluru. Emmanuel Singapore, I wonder, coming forward for this. Yes, we are.
He was forward on the last one. He's coming up for the next one as well.
সম্ভবত এটাই লাস্ট।
Kerala Blasters commit a man on the halfway line.
সুরেশ কি পারবেন এখান থেকে গোল করতে? 97 মিনিট অতিক্রান্ত।
Deal with this. Deal with heartbreak.
বক্সে রেখেছেন।
Free kick.
ও
Headed on and out, and there
Yes.
goes the full-time whistle. The
প্রথম
Kerala
জয়টা তুলে নিল কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স, তাদের প্রথম জয় বেঙ্গালুরু এফসির বিরুদ্ধে। বেঙ্গালুরু এফসিকে হারানো এতটা সহজ ছিল না, যথেষ্ট টাফ টিম বেঙ্গালুরু, কিন্তু আজকে খেলার প্রথমার্ধে কিন্তু বেঙ্গালুরু সানচেজ রেড কার্ড দেখে বেরিয়ে যান। ফলে 10 জনে গোটা ম্যাচ অলমোস্ট 75 মিনিট 10 জনে খেললো বেঙ্গালুরু। প্রথমে গোল করে এগিয়ে গেলেও ম্যাচ ধরে রাখতে পারল না তারা। কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্সের বিরুদ্ধে হেরে গেল বেঙ্গালুরু এফসি, বিরাট বড় হার। তো বেঙ্গালুরু এফসি কিন্তু 8টা ম্যাচ খেলে 14 পয়েন্টে দাঁড়িয়ে রইল। ইস্ট বেঙ্গল 7 ম্যাচে 14 পয়েন্ট। 3 নম্বর দল হয়ে গেল কিন্তু ইস্ট বেঙ্গল। প্রথমে মুম্বাই সিটি এফসি, তারপরে জামশেদপুর, তারপরে কিন্তু ইস্ট বেঙ্গল। মোহনবাগান চলে যাবে 4 নম্বরে, কারণ গোল ডিফারেন্স যা রয়েছে তাতে কিন্তু ইস্ট বেঙ্গলেরই 3 নম্বরে আসার কথা। আমি চেয়েছিলাম আজকের ম্যাচটাতে বেঙ্গালুরু যাতে হেরে যায়, ঠিক তেমনটাই হয়েছে। জামশেদপুরের ম্যাচটার ক্ষেত্রে তাই যা চেয়েছিলাম তাই হয়েছে। লিগটা কিন্তু জমাটি লিগ হচ্ছে এবার, এটা বলার অপেক্ষা রাখে না। কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স তারা তাদের প্রথম জয়টা ছিনিয়ে নিল। 8টা ম্যাচ খেলে 1টা জয়, 1টা ড্র, এবং ড্রও করেছিল ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের বিরুদ্ধে। 4 পয়েন্ট নিয়ে কেরালা ব্লাস্টার্স 13 নম্বর স্থানে রয়েছে। হয়তো তারা মোহামেডানের ওপরে রইল। মোহামেডান কিন্তু এবারে বাইরে যাওয়াটা কার্যত নিশ্চিত, টুর্নামেন্ট থেকে ছিটকে যাওয়াটা নিশ্চিত। পরের বার আর আইএসএল খেলতে পারবে না মোহামেডান। বেঙ্গালুরুর এই জয়, বেঙ্গালুরুর এই হার নিঃসন্দেহে তাদেরকে লিগ টেবিলে কিছুটা তো পিছনে ফেলে দিলই বটে। 8টা ম্যাচ খেলা হয়ে গেল, আর 5টা ম্যাচ বাকি রয়েছে বেঙ্গালুরুর। তো লিগে টিকে থাকতে গেলে বেঙ্গালুরুকে পরের পর আরও ম্যাচগুলোকে জিততে হবে। অপরদিকে এই ম্যাচটা বেঙ্গালুরু হেরে যাওয়াতে ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের বেশ কিছুটা সুবিধে হলো, এবং পয়েন্ট টেবিলটা বেশ লড়াকু একটা পয়েন্ট টেবিল হয়ে রয়েছে। যে কেউ এখান থেকে অন্তত প্রথম 5 থেকে 6টা টিম, অন্তত 5টা টিম তো যে কেউ চ্যাম্পিয়ন হতে পারে এবারের এই আইএসএল।